Evo, super, nakon ovog divnog uvoda ja bi molila Sam Childersa i Vanju Bule da dođu. I da krenemo u ovu avanturu. Koji želiš? Ne treba.
Hey there, everyone.
Kako ste svi?
How is everybody this evening?
Kako ste?
I'm already very blessed tonight
Ja sam već blagoslovljen večeras.
because I got a mic I can move around.
Jer imam mikrofon s kojim se mogu micat.
You know, every time I speak, I'm always walking around somewhere. You
Kad
know?
go propovedam, uvijek hodam.
I went to a school today. They were going to have me speak in a school.
I jutro smo govorili o jednoj školi u Rijeci.
So they had all these kids. I mean, there was like way over 100 kids.
Bilo je preko 100 djece.
And they had a nice white chair for me to sit on.
I velike dvije fotelju koje sam ja trebao sjesti.
It says, I can't sit down,
Kažem,
man.
ne
I
mogu
got to
vam
move
ja tu
around.
sjeti. Ja moram se micat.
But anyways, it's an honor to be here in your country.
Ali velika je čast biti ovdje u vašoj zemlji.
I want to say thank you to whoever got me this meeting here tonight.
Želim reći hvala onome ko organizirao ovaj ovdje sastanak.
And I'm excited about being here, and they're telling me I'm coming back next year already.
I uzbuđen se i kažu mu da se moram vratiti iduće godine.
And so I'm coming back for two main reasons.
I vratit ću se iz dva razloga.
Hopefully I'll see you again.
Nadam se da ću vas
But
vidjeti.
I have ate some very good barbecue here.
Ali evo sam i malo dobro
I'm
roštilja.
telling you, the barbecue is nice.
Roštilj je odličan.
But anyways, how many of you seen the movie Machine Gun Preacher?
Koliko vas je vidjelo film? Naoružani
A lot of you have seen the movie.
Odlično.
Now, I get asked this all around the world. People say right away, what's true, what's not true.
I odmah me ljudi pitaju, odmah na početku, šta je istina, šta nije.
I'm going to be very upfront with everybody
I
here.
odmah na početku želim biti iskren s
The
vama.
movie was not very accurate.
Film nije bio baš točan.
And there was one very big lie in the beginning of that
A na
movie.
početku ima jedna vrlo velika laž.
I'm better looking than Gerard
Ja
Butler.
sam puno zgodniji od Gerarda Butlera.
I know, you see it, don't you?
Tako
You can
vidite
see
vi
it,
to.
I know.
Može se to vidjeti.
But anyways, a lot of people say, well, if the movie wasn't very accurate,
Onda ljudi kažu, vidi, ako film nije baš toliko točan,
why did you let them do the movie?
zašto si im dozvolio da naprave film?
Well, keep in mind, since the movie came out,
Ali vidite, od kad je film izišao,
I've been around the world 6 times.
ja sam obišao svijet 6 puta.
I'm on a world tour right now.
I sad sam na svjetskoj turneji.
So at the end of this year, I've been around the world 7 times.
I do kraja ove godine bit ću oko svijeta 7 puta.
I'm booked for the next 2 years.
2 godine unaprijed već imamo
And it
planirano
gives me
putovanje.
the opportunity to tell the truth.
I daje mi priliku da kažem istinu.
Now also in 2021,
A od 2021.
there should be a part 2 Machine Gun Preacher coming out.
Vjerojatno će izići film drugi dio.
And it's way more accurate than the first one.
Koji će biti puno točniji od ovog prvog.
Now, I will tell you, yes, I was in a war in South Sudan.
I želim vam reći, bio sam u ratu u Južnom Sudanu.
South Sudan is still in a war.
I Južni Sudan još uvijek je u ratu.
Now, they have recently signed a peace treaty, but they're still fighting.
I potpisali su oni primjerje nedavno, ali još uvijek se bore.
But I know your country has also been in a war many years ago.
I znam da je vaša zemlja isto bila u ratu prije mnogo godina.
And I don't believe there's nothing good in any war to talk about.
I vjerujem da nema ništa dobro u vezi rata.
So I don't want to talk about the war tonight. I want to tell you what's going on today.
I ne želim vam pričati o ratu i šta je bilo, želim vam reći šta se sada događa.
You know, I went into South Sudan nearly 24 years ago.
Prije otprilike 24 godine otišao sam u Južni Sudan.
But it's amazing what one man or one woman can do if you're determined.
Ali nevjerojatno je što može jedna žena, jedan čovjek ako ste odlučni.
I started one orphanage in the middle of a war zone.
Započeo sam jedno sirotište u sred one ratne zone.
Now Hollywood showed that orphanage getting burnt to the ground.
I Hollywood je prikazao da je to sirotište izgorilo skroz.
Totally not true.
To nije istina.
The rebels attacked that orphanage 3 times.
Pobunjenici su napali to sirotište 3 puta.
But because of the power of God, they could never get through a bamboo fence.
Ali zbog sile Božje nisu mogli proći kroz onu trstiku, vrata od trstike.
But see, it's not one orphanage anymore. There's 4 orphanages.
Ali nema više jedno sirotište, već 4.
Now, I don't know if you know much about an orphanage in a third world country.
Ne znam da li znate puno o sirotištima u zemljama trećeg svijeta.
But if you're in an orphanage in a third world country,
Ali ako se nalazite u jednom takvom
you have to
sirotištu,
leave at 15 years old.
kad imate 15 godina vi morate otići.
Now, 70% of those children
Ali 70% te djece
end up in prostitution.
završi u prostituciji.
So about 7 or 8 years ago, God literally spoke to me.
Tako prije 7-8 godina Bog mi je doslovno progovorio
And he said, you got to do something different than everyone else.
i rekao ti moraš napraviti nešto drugačije.
And I'm like, God, what are you talking about?
I rekao sam, Bože, o čemu pričaš?
And he said, you need to train these children so they'll have a future.
I onda mi je rekao, ti moraš opremiti te mlade da imaju budućnost.
So over the years, we've built 7 schools. We're building number 8th school right now.
Tako da kroz godine napravili smo 7 škola i sada završavamo 8.
Because if you want to change a nation, it begins with education.
Jer ako želite promijeniti naciju, to počinje sa obrazovanjem.
But see, there's a lot of children like me.
Ali ima jako puno djece poput mene.
See, I wasn't very smart.
Vidite, nisam baš bio previše
So
pametan.
see, somebody had to teach me how to work hard with my hands.
Tako da me neko morao naučiti kako da radim svojim rukama.
So about 7 years ago, we started the first project, a commercial farm.
Tako da smo prije par godina započeli komercijalnu farmu, naš prvi projekt.
Teaching farming, ranching, and irrigation.
I gdje smo učili kako obrađivati zemlju, kako navodnjavati.
Teaching young people how to drive tractors.
Mlade ljude kako upravljati traktorom.
How to drive farming equipment.
Svu onu farmersku opremu.
But see, I don't know if you know much of war in East Africa.
Ne znam da li znate puno o ratu u Istočnoj Africi.
But if you were a young lady and you were in the war in East Africa,
ali ako ste mlada djevojka i ako ste u ratu u Istočnoj Africi,
if you was used as a sex slave or a wife to the rebels,
ako ste bili upotrebljeni kao žena pobunjenika ili robkinja, seksualna robkinja,
when the war was over, even your own family don't want you back in the village.
i kada rat završi, ni vaša vlastita obitelj vas više ne želi.
A lot of these young ladies are in their early 20s.
I većina tih mladih djevojaka je u ranim 20-ima.
They have no education,
Nemaju obrazovanje,
they have no skill, they have no training.
nema nikakvu vještinu, nikakav zanat i zanimanje.
So a lot of them will just walk out into the bush.
I onda većina njih će jednostavno otići tamo u onu pustinju, u afričku šikaru,
they sit down and wait to die.
i sjest i čeka da umru.
So we built a 2-story house
I onda smo mi izgradili jednu kuću, dvokatnicu,
at our farm.
na našoj toj farmi.
6 bedroom, 4 bathroom.
6 soba, 4 kupatila
And then we built little cottages on the outside.
i male kolibe okolo.
This is where these ladies can come to and learn the trades to work in a restaurant.
I onda te mlade djevojke mogu doći tamo i učiti vještine i zanat kako raditi u restoranu.
We teach them everything from making eggs Benedict to a Spanish omelet.
Učimo i kako raditi jaja na Benedikt način, španjolski omlet,
Pancakes, French toast,
palačinke, svašta nešto.
and you can tell they're doing a very good
I
job.
vidite da one to jako dobro rade.
Also, we're teaching them how to make beds, how to wash clothes.
I učimo i kako, znači, pospremiti sobu na pravi način, kako oprati robu.
All the skills they need to know to work in a hotel.
Sve one vještine koje će im treba da bi dobili posao u hotelu.
And it's working. We have success story after success
I to
story.
funkcionira jer imamo priče uspjeha.
One of the biggest projects that God put on me
Jedan od velikih projekata što mi je Bog stavio na srce
was in Ethiopia.
je u Etiopiji.
Right when I turned 50 years old.
Kad sam napunio 50 godina,
I'm 56 years old
sad
now.
imam 56,
But in America,
ali u Americi,
when we turn 50 years old, it's time to go fishing.
kada napunimo 50, vrijeme je za ribolov.
It's time to relax a little bit, go
Malo da
hunting.
se opustimo, idemo u lov.
But all of a sudden, God put this big project on me.
Ali odjednom Bog stavlja veliki
See, a lot
program.
of Christian people, they get excited when they hear from God.
Vidite, kršćani se uzbude kad čuju od Boga.
I ask God, speak to someone else,
Ja
please.
kažem, Bože, molim te, reci, priča nekom drugom.
God, there's a lot of people out there, okay?
Bože, ima puno ljudi tamo.
You don't have to always tell me to do
Ne
something.
moraš samo meni govoriti da nešto radim.
God spoke to me to build a 6-story building.
Bog mi je progovorio da izgradim zgradu od 6 katova.
I had no money.
Nisam imao novca.
I had no land.
Nisam imao ni zemlju.
All I had was a vision.
Imao sam samo viziju.
So I started thinking, I know what I'll do.
I onda sam se sjetio, znam šta ću.
I'll go to the board of directors and I'll tell them everything.
Ići ću svom odboru i sve im reći.
And I'm thinking the board of directors will say, you're crazy, we can't do
I
that.
onda će odbor reći, vid, ti si lud, ne može.
And they say, oh, we got your back.
I onda kaže, vid, mi ćemo te podržati.
I'm like, please, God, I need to get out of this.
Bože, pa šta je sad, kako ovo?
But you see, when we are determined,
Ali kad smo mi
it
odlučni,
doesn't matter who you are when you are determined
bez obzira ko si, ako si odlučan
and God is behind you
i ako Bog te podupire
and God is going before you.
i ako Bog ide ispred tebe,
This 6-story building is not a vision anymore.
onda ta šestokatnica nije više vizija.
It's built from the footer to the roof.
Nego se onda izgradi od temelja do krova.
Doors and windows are in.
I sad već su i prozori i vrata.
Wiring is done.
I sve žice, instalacije,
Plumbing is done.
voda, sve
The
je tu.
floor tile is down.
I pod smo stavili.
We hope to be done this year or next year.
Vjerujemo da ćemo završiti ili ove ili iduće godine.
The first floor is a commercial bakery.
I prvi kat će biti pekara.
Second floor is a restaurant.
A drugi restoran.
Third floor and fourth floor is a hotel.
Treći i četvrti će biti hotel.
Half of the fourth floor will bring in about 50 young people.
A četvrti kat, pola kata će dovesti mlade ljude, otprilike 40,
From 16 years old to 26 years
od
old.
16 do 26 godina.
The fifth floor is sectioned off into conference rooms.
A peti kat bit će konferencijske sale.
And the sixth floor is another restaurant, rooftop dining.
A na šestom će biti restoran, otvoreni.
One of our newest projects is, I always say, American style truck stop.
A najnoviji projekt jeste ono što ja nazivam američka benzinska
But
pumpa.
I've seen some pretty nice truck stops in your country.
Ali vidio sam i mi poprilično fine benzinske i ovdje kod vas.
Along the main highways, you know, the truck stops selling fuel.
Pored onih velikih autoputeva, benzinske, gdje možete
Supermarket,
gorivo,
hotel.
trgovina, motel, hotel.
But see, this truck stop is different than any truck stop.
Ali ova benzinska bit će drugačija.
See, some projects in Africa are made for village people.
Neki projekti u Africi su napravljeni samo za ljude iz sela.
Some are made for middle class people.
Za neke iz srednjeg staleža.
And other projects are made for tourists.
A neki projekti su samo za turiste.
This project will not only sell fuel,
Ovaj projekt neće samo biti gdje će se prodava
it will
gorivo.
have a supermarket.
Biće tu i ta
It'll
trgovina.
have 3 restaurants.
Imaće 3 restorana.
You can get local food from beans and rice
Možete dobiti u jednome lokalnu hranu gdje će biti samo riža, grah.
to a gourmet burger or a pizza.
A u drugom će biti ono gurmanska jela.
Or you can get barbecue or you can get a T-bone steak.
Možete roštilj, svašta nešto.
There's hotels from $10 a night
Imaćete hotel od $10
to
noć.
another hotel $50 a night.
I imate hotel gdje će biti $50
And
noć.
another hotel for $120 a night.
A treći gdje će biti $120 noć.
This project fits everybody's needs.
I ovaj projekt će dosegnuti potrebe svih.
It'll have a garage on there that will do everything from change tires,
Biće i mehančarska radnja gdje ćete moći gume promijeniti,
repair tires.
popraviti,
It'll do everything from work on engines
gdje će moći i na motoru se raditi
to rebuilding engines.
i gdje ćete moći obnoviti motor.
But this project will help us to be close to being self-sustained.
Ali ovaj projekt će nam pomoći da budemo samodostatni, da pokrijemo troškove.
You know, I believe as a missionary,
Ja vjerujem kao misionar.
I am a missionary.
Ja jesam misionar.
I've been a missionary for 24 years.
I bio sam misionar 24 godine.
I believe there's more than just teaching someone how to pray.
Ja vjerujem da ima više od toga da naučimo ljude kako
I
moliti.
believe we need to teach a skill and a trade.
Vjerujem da moramo naučiti ljude i
I
zanatu i
believe
raznim
that we need to
vještinama.
educate.
Da moramo ih obrazovati.
I believe that we need to help to form a structure.
Da moramo pomoći stvoriti strukturu.
That's how we change a nation.
Tako mijenjamo
I
naciju.
believe there's too many people going to Africa.
Vjerujem da ima puno ljudi koji dođu u Afriku
They think they're teaching people how to pray,
i oni misle da uče ljude moliti.
but then they leave and they go home.
I onda odu doma
And they really have done nothing.
i ništa nisu napravili.
One of our big projects that I started a number of years ago
Jedan od velikih projekata koji smo počeli prije puno godina
is our feeding program with little children.
je program gdje hranimo malu djecu.
The first project I started was 22 children.
I prvi, kad smo tek započeli, bilo je samo 22 djece.
I remember I was so scared.
Sjećam se da me je bilo jako
I
strah.
would pray, please God, don't let me start this.
I onda sam se molio, Bože, ne daj da ovo započnem.
And then I run out of money.
I onda mi nedostaje novaca.
But see, I never gave up.
Ali nisam odustajao.
I never even thought about giving up.
Nisam ni pomislio da
I worked
odustanem.
hard every day.
Radio sam vrijedno
I would
svaki
take
dan.
my own money to make sure I kept feeding these
Uzeo
children.
sam svoj novac i samo da nahranimo svu tu djecu.
It went from 22 children.
I onda je broj popeo se od 22 djece.
We feed now over 13,000 meals a
I
day.
danas hranimo preko 13.000 obroka dnevno.
This past Christmas, our organization,
I prošli Božić, naša organizacija,
on Christmas Day.
na Božićni
Now
dan,
keep in mind, we're a small organization.
i mi jesmo mala
But see, we
organizacija,
got a lot of serious people like you that help us.
ali imamo puno ozbiljnih ljudi koji, poput vas, koji nam pomažu.
On Christmas Day, we fed 42,000 plus people
Na Božićni dan nahranili smo preko 42.000 ljudi
in a refugee camp in northern Uganda.
u izbjegličkom kampu u sjevernoj Ugandi.
You know, the average person around the world,
Jedna prosječna osoba u svijetu
they don't know how bad the war was in South Sudan.
ne razumiju koliko je grozan bio taj rat u Južnom Sudanu.
You know, if I would ask you right now, where do you think the largest refugee camp in the world is?
Kad bi vas sad pitao gdje mislite da se nalazi najveći izbjeglički kamp u svijetu?
Some people say Syria.
Već puno ljudi će reći
I've
Sirija,
had people say Turkey.
ljudi kažu Turska.
The largest refugee camp in the world is in northern Uganda.
Najveći izbjeglički kamp se nalazi u sjevernoj Ugandi.
270-some thousand people plus.
Preko 270.000 ljudi.
The UN says if a miracle does not happen in South Sudan,
UN kaže, ako se neko čudo ne dogodi u Južnom Sudanu,
there's nearly 7 million people on the verge of starvation.
preko 7 miliona ljudi nalazi se na rubu gladi.
Nearly 4 million of them are little children.
Preko 4 milijuna su djeca.
Now, we got a short video that we're going to watch.
Imamo kratki video koji
And
ću
this,
pokazati.
this is going to show you 3 of our large projects that we got going on.
Tu ćete vidjeti 3 projekta najveća koja mi imamo.
And then I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask me some questions.
I onda ću vam dati priliku da me pitate pitanja.
We ready on the video? All right, go ahead. Right now we have 3 major projects that's going on. Our Ethiopian project, this project is going on so slowly. I believe that it's a spiritual thing. I believe that it's like a darkness thing trying to hold back. I believe the Ethiopian project is going to be the unbelievable leading people to salvation through Jesus Christ. But we got a 6-story building there, and this 6-story building is a bakery, is a hotel, restaurant. It's an amazing thing for training young people. This project alone will be training about 50 to 60 young people every day. So we have that project going on. Our farm, we still got some major work that we need to do here. You know, the biggest thing that we need is farming equipment. As far as our seeds, like I said, we sell a lot of our crops, so we can buy the seeds for the following season. We're actually, some of the money that we sell the crops is even paying for the workers here. But what we need our donors to do is tractors, farming equipment. The truck stop. We believe without a shadow of a doubt that the truck stop itself selling fuel in the supermarket and what's there working now will truly meet our budget on 5 orphanages. So we need people to come in to help us to get the fuel station done. Right now, to finish the fuel station, to finish the supermarket, I'm talking putting in the fuel pumps. I'm talking putting in the fuel tanks. I'm talking finishing the supermarket, stocking the shelves. We need $180,000. And I believe that just that fuel station and supermarket is going to help us to get self-sufficient over the next couple years. We feed over 13,000 meals a day, so none of that is good enough for me. I want to be able to do 20,000 meals a day, 25,000 meals. My goal is to work 1,000 people by the end of next year. Because if we can educate someone, we built 7 schools over the years, we're building the 8th one now. If you can educate them, if you can teach them a skill and a trade, you can give someone a future. And if you start giving people a future, individuals a future, then you can say, I'm changing nations. Okay, is there anybody here that ever Googled machine gun preacher?
Da li ima neko ovdje koji je probao googlat naoružanog propovjednika ili machine gun preacher?
Anybody? Okay, I might get out of here pretty easy tonight.
Znači dobro je.
But if you Google machine gun preacher,
ako googlate machine gun preacher,
the internet says I'm the most controversy preacher in the world.
Internet kaže da sam ja jedan od najkontraverznijih propovjednika u svijetu.
The internet says I'm the most talked about preacher in the world.
Internet kaže da sam jedan od propovjednika o kojem se puno priča.
Good stories and bad stories.
Dobre priče i loše priče.
So I believe when I go into a country,
I onda ja vjerujem kad idem u neku zemlju,
I believe when I come into a city,
kada dođem u jedan grad,
I'm here to share about the work that I do.
Tu sam da podijelim o radu koji radimo.
But I'm also here to motivate you to get up and do something in your own town.
Ali isto tako da motiviram vas da vi ustanete i napravite nešto u svome gradu.
And I'm also here to give you the opportunity to sow into what we do.
A isto tako da dam priliku da postanete dio onoga što mi radimo.
So I believe if I'm asking you to help us,
ali isto tako vjerujem, ako ja tražim od vas da vi nama pomognete,
I believe you should be allowed to ask me any question you would like.
Ja vjerujem da vi trebate imati priliku mene pita bilo kako pitanje koje želite.
It can be any question about our organization.
Bilo možda pitanje o našoj organizaciji.
It can be any question about money.
Bilo možda pitanje o novcu.
Anything about the movie.
Nešto u vezi filma,
my past,
moje prošlosti,
my personal life,
mog osobnog života,
any question you like.
Bilo kako pitanje.
And there's no question will upset me.
Nema pitanja koje će me naljutiti, uznemiriti.
There's no question will offend me.
I nema pitanja koje će me uvrijediti.
Now you gotta remember.
Ali zapamtite.
The movie Machine Gun Preacher
znači, film Naoružani propovjednik
was not very accurate.
Nije baš bio točan.
So, who's got a question? Anybody?
Ko ima pitanje? Evo, odmah, prvo.
I got a question. Maybe it's not that, I mean, it is connected, but I'm interested in how did you start when you first went to Sudan? Like, did you get a word or did you see what was happening down? And, what was your motivation at first, now, before all the projects and everything?
Znači, pitanje je bilo šta je bila motivacija? Prvi put kad ste otišli u Sudan, šta vas je navelo, znači, prije svih projekata da nastavite da uđete u sve to?
It was first prophesied to me that I was going to Africa.
Prvo sam primio jedno proroštvo da ću ići u Afriku.
And I got very angry.
I jako sam se naljutio.
Somebody's telling me I'm going to Africa.
Neko mi je rekao da ću ići u Afriku.
I'm thinking, I ain't going to Africa. I'm a white man. Why would I go to Africa?
Ne želim ići u Afriku. Ja sam bijelac. Šta ću tamo?
And then somebody's telling me, the guy's prophesying that I'm going to be in a war.
I onda mi je taj prorok govorio, bit ćeš i u ratu.
I'm thinking, I'm not going to be in another war. I'm already married. Why would I want to get in another war?
I onda rekao, ja sam već oženjen. Ne treba mi drugi rat.
How do you know God is speaking to you?
Kako ti znaš da tebi Bog govori?
You don't want to do it.
Ne želiš to napraviti, tako znaš.
Then you know it's God.
Onda znaš da je Bog.
But see, God has a way to get us all right where He wants us.
Ali Bog ima način da nas dovede na mjesto gdje nas On želi.
And then see, God will open up an opportunity.
A onda će Bog dati priliku.
And then it's up to us for our decision.
A onda je na nama, na našoj odluci.
You either walk away,
da li ćete otići od toga,
or you step out.
ili ćete zakoračiti u to.
I went into South Sudan and got in the middle of a civil war.
Otišao sam u Južni Sudan i našao se u sred rata.
I went to a village like the movie showed because the village was raided by the rebels.
I otišao sam u selo baš kao što i na filmu gdje su prije toga bili pobunjenici.
I had to see it with my own eyes.
Ja sam morao to vidjeti svojim očima.
See, God's plan was
Ali Božji plan je bio
to show it to me.
da mi to pokaže.
And when I got there, I come across the body of a small child.
I kada sam išao tim selom koje je bilo uništeno, naišao sam na tijelo malog dječaka.
May have been that high.
Možda ovolike visine.
I couldn't tell if it was a boy or a girl
Nisam mogao znati da li je bio dječak ili
because
djevojčica.
everything was gone from here down.
Jer je bio raznesen.
The child stepped on a landmine.
I dijete je nagazilo na minu.
Now, I'll watch what I say because we have children in here tonight.
I pazim šta govorim jer imamo djecu
But I
večeras.
walked around that body
Ali ja sam išao oko tog tijela
and I said, God,
i rekao sam, Bože,
I'll do whatever it takes
ja ću učiniti što god treba
to help these people.
da pomognem ovim ljudima.
I didn't realize what I was saying.
I nisam tad shvatio šta sam tu rekao.
But 24 years later,
Ali nakon 24 godine,
I still live there.
ja još uvijek tamo živim.
You know, a lot of people say, well, what's this part 2 machine gun preacher all about?
I puno ljudi kaže, šta će biti ovaj drugi dio, u vezi čega?
See, what Hollywood and people around the world is intrigued about
Ono u vezi šta zanima Hollywood i ljude širom svijeta,
is I never left.
jeste to da ja nisam otišao.
Over the years, the past 14 years,
Zadnjih 14 godina
I probably had 30 million US dollars go through my hands.
How many?
30 million.
Otprilike 30 milijuna dolara mi je prošlo kroz ruke.
And I gave it all away.
I sve sam dao.
I gave it away building schools,
Tako što sam gradio škole,
feeding children,
tako što sam hranio tu
doing
djecu,
rescues,
tako što sam ih
building
spašavao,
orphanages,
gradio ta
building
sirotišta,
training centers.
te trening centre gradio.
And see, for people in Hollywood
I za ljude u Hollywoodu,
and for a lot of people in America,
i za puno ljudi u Americi,
even my own family,
čak i moja vlastita obitelj,
nobody can relate to that.
niko se nije mogao s tim povezati.
But see, God wants to do a miracle in all of us.
Ali Bog želi napraviti čudo u
You
svakom
know what I
od
tell
nas.
people everywhere I go?
Znate šta kažem ljudima gdje god idem?
Do you know the hardest thing about serving God?
Znate šta je najteža stvar kad Boga služite?
He knows what we're thinking right now.
A to je da On zna točno šta mislite
He
i
knows
sada.
exactly what we're thinking right
On
now.
zna naše misli sada.
He knows what you will do if you hit the lottery.
On zna točno šta ćeš ti s parama ako dobiješ na lotu.
He knows what you will do if you get a lot of money in your hands.
On zna šta ćeš ti da ti dobiješ velike novce.
You know, Christians in America,
Vidite, kršćani u
they
Americi,
say to me all the time,
to mi non stop govore,
you need to pray I hit the lottery.
moli se da dobijem na lotu.
Oh, if God lets me hit the lottery, I'll do this, I'll do this.
Ako dobijem na lotu, onda ću ovo,
God already
ovo.
knows you don't pay tithes or help the church now. Why would he help you hit the lottery?
I onda Bog zna da ti sad ne daješ desetak, ne pomažeš crkvi, zašto bi ti dao išta?
Somebody else question.
Ajmo drugo pitanje.
Come on, don't be shy.
Nemojte biti
Over
stidljivi.
here.
Da li ste ikada gubili?
You know, I get asked that question all the time.
Non stop me pitaju to pitanje.
Almost every day.
Gotovo svaki
And I
dan.
always tell people I've been on CNN,
I kažem ljudima, bio sam na
I've been
CNN-u,
on BBC,
na BBC-u,
I've been on 60 Minutes,
na 60
I've been
minuta,
on El Kashir,
na El Kashir.
I've been in every magazine from the Inquirer
Znači bio sam u svim magazima od
to Vanity
Inquirer
Fair.
do Vanity Fair.
And people always ask me,
I uvijek gdje god ljudi me pitaju,
how many people have you killed?
koliko si ljudi ubio?
And I've never answered that
I
question.
nikad nisam odgovorio na to pitanje.
But I want to tell you why.
Ali reću vam zašto.
The God that I serve
Bog kojem ja služim
does not glorify violence.
ne proslavlja se kroz nasilje.
If I'm going to stand up here and boast about something in my life,
Ako ću ja stajati ovdje i hvalit se nečim u
I'm
svom
only
životu,
going to boast about the good things
ja ću samo se hvaliti onim dobrim
that
stvarima.
God has done for me.
Šta je Bog napravio
Now I
kroz
can
mene.
tell you this much.
Ali reći ću vam ovoliko.
I rescue children.
Ja sam djecu
I see two
spašavao.
young children in here tonight. Maybe there's more, but I see a little girl there
Vidim dvoje male djece
and
ovdje,
I see a young guy there.
malu djevojčicu i malog
See,
dječaka.
I will do anything,
Vidite, ja ću učiniti sve,
whatever,
šta god,
to save either one of those children
da spasim jedno ili drugo.
and not even think about it.
I neću ni razmišljati o
I
tome.
rescue children.
Ja djecu
I've
spašavam.
dedicated my life to saving children.
Ja sam dao svoj život da djecu spasim.
And I can tell you this much.
I reći ću vam ovoliko.
People watch the movie
Ljudi gledaju film.
and they say, this guy is like Rambo.
Ovaj tip je ko Rambo.
There's only one Rambo in my life,
Ima samo jedan Rambo u mom
and that's
životu.
Jesus Christ.
A to je Isus Krist.
And I can tell you,
I reći ću vam
if God has not approved of what I've done,
da Bog nije odobrio ono što sam ja napravio.
I believe he would have took me out of this world a long time ago.
Mislim da bi me digao s ovog sjeda prije puno godina.
Somebody else.
Još netko.
Go ahead. We'll get you.
How did you come out of the hell of drugs?
You know, I'll share my testimony really quick. Did somebody else have their hand up here? Anybody? Okay, we're going to get this young guy and this young guy. Go ahead, you're next.
Može prevoditi.
Može.
Jučer otvoren televizor, Machine Gun Preacher, evo ga u televiziji.
So he turned on the TV and here it is, the movie Machine Gun Preacher.
Imate čudovitu ženu. Takvu službu kao vas je pozvao Bog u službu, treba da je pored vas neko jak.
And you have amazing wife and for such a ministry that you had, then you need someone strong besides you.
Tell him to slow down. I haven't been married for a long time.
Nisam oženjen već dugo vremena.
And all I can say to you
I ono što ti mogu reći,
is if you are married
ako si oženjen
as husband and wife,
kao muž i žena,
you're to be side by side.
trebate biti jedno pored drugog.
You can't live 8,000 miles away
Ne možete živjeti 8,000
because you
kilometara daleko.
slowly grow apart.
Jer onda kroz vrijeme jednostavno
And
se
I just want to
odaljite.
say this much.
Želim reći ovoliko.
Money has effect on everybody in a different way.
Novac ima utjecaj na ljude na razne načine.
See, there was a time in my life
Bilo je vrijeme u mom životu
that people thought I should have took $1 million
gdje su ljudi mislili da ja bi trebao uzeti $1 milion
and put it in the bank
i staviti u banku
and leave Africa.
i ostaviti Afriku.
I could not live with myself.
A ja nisam mogao živjeti s tim.
I'm 56 years old.
Imam 56
I live in
godina,
Africa full time.
živim u Africi
I
puno
will
vrijeme.
probably die in Africa.
Vjerojatno ću umrijeti u
I have
Africi.
dedicated my life to what I do.
Ja sam predao svoj život onome što
It
radim.
went from rescuing children
I otišao sam od toga da spašavam djecu,
to educating children
do toga da obrazujem
and
djecu
feeding children.
i da hranim djecu.
I am not going to let money stop me
I ne želim da novac me zaustavi
or take me away from what I do.
i da me odvede od onoga što ja
Now, I've
radim.
recently remarried,
Ja sam se nedavno ponovo ženio
but now I've remarried someone that works right beside of me.
i ta žena je tu pored mene.
There is no way you can be in ministry
Ne možeš biti u službi
and be totally apart.
i biti odvojen.
Okay, one last question there, and then I want to give my testimony.
Još jedno pitanje, želim da svjedočanstvo.
I'll give my testimony.
Here you go.
That's
Znači, bilo je pitanje
okay.
kako si upoznao Isusa.
You know, every time I give my testimony,
Svaki put kad dam svjedočanstvo,
the first thing I always tell people is about my mom and dad.
prvo stvar što kažem je u vezi moje mame i tate.
See, I don't know your country,
Ne znam vašu
but I
zemlju,
know America.
ali znam Ameriku.
And in America, when a kid is all messed up,
I u Americi kada dijete je problematično,
we blame it on the parents.
uvijek krivimo roditelje.
We always say, well, you know, I heard his daddy was a drug addict also.
I onda kažemo, čuo sam da mu je i tata bio drogeraš.
Or I heard her mama was a runaround and that's why she's in
I da mu
trouble.
je mama bila svakako i zato on pije.
We always blame a kid's actions on how the parents grew him up.
Uvijek, znači, ta djela i ponašanje djece krivimo roditelje.
I was born into the perfect family.
Ja sam rođen u savršenu obitelj.
Both mom and dad born again, spirit filled.
I mama i tata obrađeni, duhom ispunjeni.
My dad was a really hard guy. He was a Marine.
Moj otac je bio marinac, bio čvrst, jak čovjek.
My dad was 21 years older than my mom.
Tata je bio 21 godinu stariji od mame.
My dad would be 107 years old if he was alive now.
Danas bi imao 107 godina da je živ.
My mom is 86 years old.
A mama je živa 86 godina.
My dad was a middle class guy. He made pretty decent money.
Moj tata je pripadao srednjem staležu i zarađivao dobro.
I had no reason to make the bad mistakes that I've made.
Nisam imao razlog da činim one loše odluke koje sam napravio.
When I was 7, 8, 9 years old,
Kada mi je bilo 7, 8, 9 godina,
10 years old,
10 godina,
if you was to walk up to me and say, Sam, what are you going to be when you grow
da
up?
ste mi prišli i pitali me, Sam, šta ćeš ti biti kao odrastaš?
I'd have told you I'm going to be a preacher
Ja
one
vam
day.
rekao, ja ću biti propovjednik.
That's what was in my heart.
To mi je bilo u srcu.
That's what was in my mind.
To mi je bilo u glavi.
But all of a sudden at 11 years old,
Ali odjednom, kad mi je bilo 11
in the
godina,
secular school in the U.S.,
u školi u Americi,
I started looking up to the wrong people.
počeo sam se ugledavati na one pogrešne ljude.
I started looking at the older kids that were maybe 14, 15.
Počeo sam gledati ono djecu koje su imali 14,
Some of the 16-year-old
15,
kids.
16 godina.
They had nice cars and everything.
Imali su fina auta.
And I started looking up to them thinking, wow, I just wished I could be friends with them.
I onda sam ih gledao i kontao, joj, što bi ja volio biti prijatelj s njima.
You know, no matter who we are or where we live,
Bez obzira ko smo, gdje živimo,
we all want to feel loved.
mi svi se želimo osjećati voljeni.
We all want to feel that we fit in.
Mi želimo osjetiti da pripadamo
And
negdje.
that was all I wanted.
I to je sve što sam ja želio.
So at 11 years old, I started smoking cigarettes and marijuana.
Kada mi je bilo 11, počeo sam pušiti cigarete i marihuanu.
All of a sudden, people were starting to like me.
Odjednom ja sam se počeo sviđati ljudima.
12 years old, I'm experimenting with alcohol.
12 godina počinjem polako i piti.
13 years old, I'm eating any kind of pills I could eat.
13 godina već pijem svakakve razne tablete koje
14
mogu.
years old, I'm snorting cocaine.
14 kokain.
All of a sudden, here I am, 14 years old.
Odjednom, meni je 14
I
godina.
got 16, 17, 18-year-old girls
17.
asking me out.
Cure od 16, 17, 18 godina žele izaći sa mnom.
I'm thinking in my head, wow, this is the life I wanted.
I ja razmišljam, vidi, ovo je život koji sam ja htio.
But all of a sudden,
Ali odjednom,
I'm 15 years old
meni je 15 godina
and I got a drug addiction.
i ja imam ovisnost o drogi.
I'm getting up every morning,
Svako jutro se ustajem
putting a needle in my
i
arm,
stavljam
shooting up
iglu u
heroin.
ruku i ubrizgam heroin.
More than likely, I don't care if you like me.
I vjerojatno tada više me nije bilo briga da li ti se
More than
sviđam.
likely, I don't like you anymore.
I vjerojatno niti se meni više ne
I
sviđaš.
quit school at 15 years old,
Napustio sam školu kad mi je bilo 15.
moved out of my house at 15 years old,
Otišao od kuće kad mi je bilo 15.
left my family and said, I don't need anybody.
Ostavio obitelj i rekao, meni niko više ne treba.
I started selling drugs by the time I was 16,
Kad mi je bilo 16, počeo sam prodavati drogu.
17, 18, 19 years old.
17, 18, 19
I'm
godina.
not selling a little bit of drugs.
Ja ne prodajem malo droge.
I'm selling a lot of
Ja
drugs.
prodajem puno droge.
See, at that age, I knew God was real,
I u tim godinama ja sam znao da je Bog živ,
but in my mind, I was fooled.
ali ja u svom umu sam bio
I'm
prevaren.
thinking in my mind, I'm living a successful life.
Ja razmišljam, vidi, ja živim uspješan život.
I got cars.
Imam auta,
I got motorcycles.
imam motore,
I got drugs,
imam drogu,
money,
novac,
women.
žene.
I'm thinking, man, I got everything.
I razmišljam, imam sve.
I'm 20, 21, 22 years old.
20 mi je sad, 21, 22.
I started running drugs from Minneapolis, Minnesota to Chicago.
Odjednom preprodajem droge od Minnesota do Chicaga.
Chicago to Orlando,
Od
Florida.
Chicaga do Floride.
All of a sudden, I become a criminal.
Odjednom ja sam kriminalac.
You know, something's pretty messed up.
Nešto tu nije u redu.
That at 11 or 10 years old,
U tome da kad mi je bilo 10 godina,
I wanted to be a preacher.
htio sam biti propovjednik.
15 years old, I turned into a heroin addict.
Sa 15 sam ovisnik o heroinu.
20 years old, I'm a criminal.
Sa 20
Something's
kriminalac.
messed up in the world
Totalno nešto neštima.
because of bad choices.
Zbog loših odluka.
So I'm living in Orlando, Florida.
I tada sam živio u Orlando, Floridi.
A couple of my friends come over and they said, Sam, let's go out to the
I
bar room.
nekoliko prijatelja mi dođe i kaže, amo u kafić, amo u bar.
So we went out to this bar room this night
I tu noć smo otišli u taj bar
and we got into a good old-fashioned bar fight.
i upleli smo se u onu dobru barsku tučnjavu.
And see, a lot of times when I talk about bar fights,
I često puta kad govorimo o tim barskim tučnjavama,
people get all excited
ljudi se uzbude.
because we watch too much TV.
Jer gledamo previše televizije.
Did you all ever watch Fast and Furious?
Jeste li gledali Brzi i žestoki?
See, it's not true.
Vidite, nije to isto.
But we fill our minds with stuff that's not really true.
Ali ispunimo svoju glavu stvarima koje nisu istine.
You know, Fast and Furious, you see a car roll over
I u
6
Brzom žestoku
times.
filmu vidite auto se prevrće.
And the guy gets out and he's limping.
I čovjek iziđe malo ko šepa.
Not true.
Ne može to
See,
biti.
when a car rolls over 5-6
Kada
times,
se auto prevrne 5-6 puta,
that person is not getting out of that
ta
car.
osoba ne izlazi iz tog auta.
And most of the time they're dead.
I većinu puta su...
You know, in a good old-fashioned fight, when somebody gets stabbed a couple
I onim
times,
tučnjama barskim kada neko bude probode nožem,
they don't keep fighting.
on se ne
It's
nastave
not like
tući.
the movies.
Nije to kao u
See,
filmovima.
everything starts to come out.
Odjednom sve se tu rastvori.
So they're
krene
usually
izlaz.
trying to hold everything in.
I vjerojatno se drže za stomak.
See, when somebody's shot once or twice,
I kada je neko upucan jednom, dva
they don't
puta,
holler to their buddies, throw me more ammo.
oni se ne deru onom, aj mi još municije daj.
See, usually a tough guy,
I vjerojatno neki oni
he
momci
says to
jaki,
his buddy,
on dođe svome prijatelju,
he'll say, tell my mom,
on kaže, reci mojoj mami,
tell my dad,
reci mom tati
I'm sorry.
da mi je žao.
See, that's real life.
I to je stvarni život.
That night I got in this bar fight
Te noći upao sam u tu tučnjavu
and I seen things that just totally ruined or changed my life.
i vidio sam te noći stvari koje su skroz promijenile moj život.
In that bar room, I seen people laying on the floor.
U tom baru vidio sam ljude kako leže
In
po
pools
podu
of blood.
u lokvama krvi.
I seen people crying.
Vidim ljude kako plaču.
I seen people gasping for air.
Vidim ljude kako hvataju zrak.
And that night, I looked at the doorway
I te noći vidio sam vrata tog bara
and I made up my mind.
i ja sam odlučio,
If I make it to that door,
ako ja uspijem doći do tih vrata,
I'm done living this
ja
life.
sam završio s ovim
You
načinom
know, a
života.
lot of people, they think, oh, that's the moment he gave his life to the Lord.
I mnogi misle, vidi, to je trenutak kad je dao svoj život Isusu.
No, it wasn't.
Ne, nije bio.
That's the moment I made up my mind.
To je bio trenutak kad sam ja odlučio.
See, I speak in rehabs around the world.
Ja govorim često u rehab centrima širom
And
svijeta.
see, sometimes we'll go to a rehab
I često ćemo otići u rehab centar
thinking that a rehab is going to take addiction from us.
i mi mislimo taj rehab će meni pomoći i uzeti drogu od nas.
No rehab can take addiction from you.
Nikakav rehab centar tebi ne može uzeti drogu od tebe.
You have to make up your mind.
Ti se moraš odlučiti.
See, sometimes people with addiction,
Često puta ljudi sa ovisnošću,
the church will tell them, you need to come down to the church.
crkva će im doći, vi dođite
You
u
need to
crkvu.
come to the altar and let
Ti
Jesus
trebaš
take it from
doći
you.
lijepo pred oltar i dopustiti Isusu da to sve uzme od tebe.
Jesus could do that,
I Isus to može
but he
učiniti,
doesn't work that way.
ali često ne radi
See,
tako.
Jesus is all about freedom.
Isus je u vezi slobode.
He wants you to make up your mind.
On želi da se ti odlučiš.
And then when you make up your
A
mind,
onda kad se odlučiš,
I'm not living this life no more,
odlučiš se da
he'll
nećeš
do
više
the
tako
same thing
živjeti.
the rehab will do.
On će učiniti isto što će i rehab
He'll
učiniti.
begin to mentor you.
On će te početi mentorirati.
He'll begin to give you accountability.
On će te početi držati odgovornim.
But you have to make up your mind.
Ali se ti prvo moraš odlučiti.
That night I went home, I made it to the door.
Ja sam te noći došao do vrata, vratio se kući.
I went home, I told my wife we're moving.
I rekao svojoj ženi, vidi, mi se selimo.
See, my wife wanted to get out of this life too.
Vidite, moja žena isto tako htjela izići iz
My
tog
wife at the
života.
time, she was also a drug user.
I u to vrijeme moja žena također je bila korisnica
My
drogama.
ex-wife.
Moja bivša žena.
But she was also a stripper in a strip joint.
Ali isto tako bila je striptizeta.
But see, she wanted out of that life
Ali
too.
ona je isto tako htjela izići
And
iz
see,
svega toga.
sometimes when you want out, you have to relocate yourself.
A nekad kad želite izići iz nekog načina života,
But
vi se
the biggest-
morate relocirati, preseliti.
The biggest problem that we have
Ali najveći problem koji imamo
is when we relocate ourselves, we want to start hanging out with the same people again.
mi se preselimo i onda hoćemo opet se družiti s istim ljudima.
And that's usually how we go back.
I to je često način na koji se vratimo u taj stari život.
A lot of time, people with a drug addiction,
Često puta ljudi sa ovisnostima
those people will say, well, you know, I've been clean for 6 months.
kažu, vidi, čist sam 6 mjeseci,
I've been clean for 1 year.
čist sam godinu dana,
Now I'm going to go back and help my friends.
a sad idem pomoć mojim prijateljima.
You're going to go back to the same pig pen you
Ne,
just come out
vratit
of.
ćeš se u isti svinjac iz kojeg si izišao.
See, with any drug addiction,
Sa bilo kakvom ovisnošću
there's a 5-year grace.
postoji 5 godina milosti.
That means that you can't help no one
I to znači da u ti 5 godina ne možeš
until
pomoći
you help
nikome.
yourself first.
Dok sebi sam ne pomogneš.
And you got to get yourself clean for at least 5 years.
I moraš biti čist najmanje 5 godina.
5 years wasn't good enough for me.
Ali za mene ni 5 nije bilo dosta.
I knew I had to stay away from the bike club.
Ja sam znao da moram se držati dalje od kluba,
I had to stay
motorističkog,
away from all my friends
od svih mojih
for at
prijatelja,
least 10 years.
najmanje 10 godina.
Or I knew I couldn't make it.
Jer sam znao da neću uspjeti.
So we moved back to my hometown where I lived when I was a little kid.
Onda smo se preselili u moj rodni grad gdje sam odrastao kao
So when
mali.
we got back to my hometown,
I kada smo mi se vratili u taj
my wife
gradić,
starts going to church
odjednom moja žena krenula u crkvu.
with my mother.
Sa mojom mamom.
All of a sudden, my wife and my mother become best friends.
Odjednom moja mama i moja žena najbolje prijateljice.
That's not good.
To nije dobro.
Now, I know some of you might be sitting here
I možda neki od vas tu sjedite.
and you're thinking, I just wished my wife and mom would get along.
Joj, kako bi ja volio da se moja žena i moja mama slažu.
No, you don't.
Ne želite.
They're not supposed to get along.
One ne trebaju da se slažu.
See, when your wife and your mother gets along,
Vidite, kada vaša mama i žena se počnu
it will
slagati,
always be your fault.
uvijek ćeš ti ispast kriv.
You will not be the little boy no more.
Nećeš više biti mamin mali dječak.
You will always be wrong.
Uvijek ćeš ti biti u krivu.
So my wife's going to church like every Sunday morning.
Znači, sad moja žena ide u crkvu svaku nedjelju ujutro.
She's going Sunday night.
Nedjelju navečer.
Midweek services.
U sred
Bible
tjedna.
studies in the house.
Biblijska proučavanja
This
se
went
događaju
on for weeks.
tjednima.
She's asking me every week, will you go to
I
church?
svaki tjedan. Još u crkvu.
Honey, will you go to church?
Ljubav, još ići u crkvu.
That's all I heard from her.
To je sve što sam
Honey,
ja čuo.
will you go to church?
Ljubav, hoćeš ići u
This
crkvu.
went on for months.
To je već trajalo
It went
mjesecima.
on for over a year.
Preko godinu dana.
It went on for nearly 2 years. Honey, will you go to church?
godine, hoćeš ići u crkvu, hoćeš ići u crkvu.
Now, I don't know how women are in this country,
Vidite, ja ne znam kakve su žene ovdje.
but when a woman does that in America,
Ali kad to žena radi u Americi,
we call it nagging.
mi to kažemo prigovaranje.
Now, when a woman in America starts nagging,
A kada žena u Americi krene prigovarati,
us American men,
mi, američki
we
muškarci,
just stand up and we put our
mi
foot
kao
down
lupnemo nogom
and we stop it
i zaustavimo sve
and we say, okay, I'll
i
go.
kažemo u redu idemo.
So listen,
I slušajte.
men, The best advice for you here tonight.
Najbolji savjet koji mogu da večeras ovdje.
If you have a nagging wife,
Ako imate ženu koja vam pregovara,
if you have a nagging girlfriend,
djevojku možda,
do what they want, they stop.
napravite šta vam kaže i one će stati.
So I went to church with her.
I ja sam otišla u crkvu.
So I go to this church,
I dođem ja u tu crkvu.
Pentecostal church.
Pentakostalnu crkvu.
Listen, you go to a Pentecostal church,
Ako odete u pentakosnu crkvu,
good idea to sit near an exit
bilo
door.
bi dobro da sjedite negdje blizu izlaza.
You might have to run out of there.
Možda ćete morat pobjeći.
So I sat in the back row near the exit door.
I ja sam sjedio tamo iza, blizu vrata.
If you have what we call in America a CCW,
Ako imate nešto što mi u Americi zovemo CCW,
that's a carry permit to carry a gun.
to znači dozvola za nositi oružje.
Don't carry one gun, carry two.
Nemojte jedan, dva.
So I go to this church.
I ja dođem u
I sat
crkvu.
way in the back row.
Sjedim tamo skroz iza, blizu
This
izlaza.
preacher starts preaching.
I ovaj propovjednik krene propovijedati.
Finally, he gives an invitation.
I on da poziv.
Would you like to give your life to the Lord?
Da li želite dati svoj život Isusu?
I wanted to stand up.
I ja sam htio ustati.
I couldn't move.
Nisam se mogao
I
pomaknuti.
couldn't get out of my chair.
Nisam mogao ustati sa stolice.
I tried to lift my arm. My
Čak
arm
sam
wouldn't
imao
move.
i ruku išao dig ne mogu.
I'm sitting there thinking I had a stroke or
Ja
something.
kontam, možda ima možda ni šta je
I
ovo?
couldn't move nowhere.
Ništa, ne mičem.
This preacher just comes walking right back
I ovaj
down.
propovjednik dođe
He
točno
walks
tamo
clean to the
krene,
back of the church
dođe do kraja
and he puts his hands on
i
me.
stavi ruku na
And he
mene
says, man, the power of God
i onda kaže čovječe,
is
sila
all
Božja
over you
jeste
and
svuda
you just
posred
sitting
tebe.
here.
Ovdje, točno gdje ti sjediš.
I started weeping and crying.
Ja sam počeo plakati i jecati.
And I gave my life to the Lord,
I dao sam svoj život Isusu,
sitting in the back of that old-fashioned church,
sjedeći u zadnjem redu te crkve.
sitting down.
Sjedio sam.
Now, I consider serving Jesus
I ja, način na koji ja gledam služenje Isusu,
like going to a buffet.
to vam je kao da idete u buffet ili
You
što
all
mi
know what
rekli
a
švedski
buffet
stol.
is?
Švedski stol. Puno
You all know
hrane.
what a buffet is?
Puno hrane.
I know some of you do. I can see
Znam
it.
da neki od vas to znate dobro,
Now,
vidim.
why do we like a buffet?
Zašto volimo švedski stol?
You get all you want.
Možete uzeti koliko hoćete.
You know, some people just go to a buffet and they put a little bit of food on their plate.
Vidite, neki dođu, priđu u švedskom stolu i uzmu
Some
malo.
people go to a buffet and do you ever see them? They're standing there picking through the food.
I vi znate, one dođu kod švedske, onda gledaju šta će, pa
You
malo,
know, I like
malo,
to
no.
help people in the
I ja im
buffet.
volim malo pomoći.
Let me help you.
Daj da ti
Now
pomognem.
go sit down.
I ja i sjedi.
See, I get serious at a buffet.
Ja tome prilazim vrlo
And that's the
ozbiljno.
same way with serving Jesus
I to vam
Christ.
je isto tako kako služiti
I get
Isusu.
serious about it.
Ja postajem ozbiljan.
And the second night they were having another church service.
I sljedeću noć još jedna
So
služba.
I got a taste of Jesus in the back
I
row.
vidite, ja sam okusio
I
Isusa tamo
figured
u
I'm
zadnjem
going to
redu.
sit in the front
I
row.
onda kontam sutradan odu ja u prvi
You
red.
know, I heard this man preaching.
Ja sam čuo
Did
propovjednika.
you ever know some preachers don't know when to shut up?
Znate kako neki
Did
propovjednici
you
ne
ever
znaju
know it?
stati?
They just keep preaching and
Oni
preaching and preaching.
nastave i nastave.
This guy didn't know when to shut up.
I
I
ovaj propovjednik
want to
nikako.
get in the buffet
Ja sam
line.
htio švedski stol.
See, this
duhovni.
is like the buffet line up here.
Evo ovaj oltar, tu
I heard
švedski
enough
stol.
already, all right?
Ja hoću više.
Do the altar call.
Završi, hoću poziv.
So finally, this preacher does altar call.
I napokon onda
I acted
poziv
like
na
I was in
molitvu.
the buffet.
I ja se ponašam kao kod švedskog
I
stola.
stood up and I gave everyone
Ja
a
sam
mean
ustao
look.
i pogledao mrko sve iza mene.
This means don't get in front of me.
To znači nemoj ispred mene.
So finally, I jumped up there. I was the first one in
I ja
line.
sam ustao prvi.
And I'm just waiting on this preacher to lay hands on
I
me.
ja čekam na provodnika
Maybe
da
do
stavi
a
ruke.
Benny Hinn or something,
Možda
you
neki
know.
Benny
I
Hinn,
just
neki
want all I can
pokret.
get.
Ja sam samo htio da on krene.
And he just kept preaching.
On nastavio propovijedati.
He's walking back and forth preaching.
I on ide naprijed,
So I'm
nazad.
standing there and I'm looking around and people starting to stand up and start moving.
I ja stojim tu i vidim
I'm
ljudi
starting
krenu
to get
nadirat.
nervous.
I ja sam postao
I'm thinking,
nervozan.
oh my God, I'm going to get in the back of this line.
Sad ću ja nazad opet otići.
So finally,
I napokon,
I got right behind this
ja
preacher.
sam stao iza njega.
The fast as he was walking,
Kako on hoda,
I
tako
was
i ja.
right behind him. I was walking. I didn't let him get away from me. I stayed right behind him. He would turn, I would
On se
turn.
okrene, ja za njim.
Finally, this preacher turns around
Odjednom se on okrene
and he looks me dead in the face
i onda me pogleda ravno u oči.
and he starts to prophesy
I
over me.
krene prorokova nada mnom.
Starts telling me I'm going to Africa.
I kaže, ti ćeš ići u Afriku.
I'm thinking in my head, I ain't going to Africa. I'm a white man.
Ja kontam, ne mogu Afriku.
Why would I go to Africa?
Zašto bi ja išao u Afriku?
Starts telling me I was going to be in a war.
I tad mi je rekao da ću ići u rat.
You know what I said?
I rekao sam šta sam rekao.
I'm already married.
Ja sam već oženjen.
I ain't going to be in another war.
Ne želim ja rat.
This preacher wouldn't shut up. He just kept prophesying,
I on je
prophesying.
nastavio prorokovat.
I'm thinking in my head, I'm going to have to beat the snot out of
I ja
this
kontam, ja ću
preacher.
njega mora premlatiti.
You can't do it in the church,
Naravno,
okay?
to ne možeš u crkvi napraviti.
So I go outside the church.
I ja lijepo iziđem iz
And I'm
crkve.
waiting and I'm
I ja
waiting.
ga čekam.
I'm waiting on this preacher
Čekam
to
ja
come
na njega
out.
da on iziđe.
I'm having me a cigarette,
I
just
ja
waiting.
tad sam i pušio
Finally, he comes walking through the
i
door.
on dolazi.
I do the old Clint
I
Eastwood
ja
thing.
napravim onaj Clint Eastwood pokret. Bacim cigaru
I start cussing this preacher out.
i počinjem mu svašta
I'm
govoriti.
cussing at him.
Počnem ga
Don't tell me I'm going to Africa.
Svašta. Nemoj ti meni da
Don't
idem u
tell me I'm
Afriku.
going to be in a
Ili
war.
da idem u rat.
Did you ever get really mad at a preacher?
Da se si ikad naljutili na
And you get
propovjednika.
all upset at a preacher. They
I
all of them
onda
are the
se
same.
Ti se naljutiš,
Worldwide,
a
all
oni
preachers are the same when you
svi
get
se
angry.
ponašaju isto kad se ti naljutiš na njih.
They get a big smile on
Oni
their
se
face.
nasmiju.
So I'm telling him I'm not going to Africa.
Ja mu kažem, neću ti ja u
He's
Afriku.
just smiling.
I on se smije.
And all he would say is, we'll see.
I rekao, vidit ćemo.
I ain't going to Africa.
Neću u Afriku.
We'll see.
Vidjet ćemo.
That was June of 1992.
To je bio 6. mjesec 92.
1998, I found myself in Africa.
98. eto mene u Africi.
You know, I want to just speak to you a little bit here today
Danas vam želim nešto reći
about the word warning.
o riječi upozorenje.
You know, the word warning means
Riječ upozorenje
to
znači
give notice beforehand.
da upozorite nekoga prije vremena.
You know, I want to talk a little bit about Americans.
Želim vam nešto reći u vezi Amerikanaca.
I am American, so I can talk about
Ja
Americans.
sam Amerikanac pa mogu malo o njima.
Americans can be pretty stupid.
Nekad oni znaju biti malo
You know, in
pogluši.
America, we have to have a warning for everything.
Mi moramo imati upozorenje za
You know,
sve.
you go into a supermarket
Odete lijepo u trgovinu
and you see somebody there mopping the floor.
i vidite nekoga kako riba pod.
In America, we have to put up a sign
Ali pored toga treba tu biti
telling
znak
people that the floor could be slippery.
da kaže, vidi, možda je
Now
pod
listen,
klizav.
you got to be pretty stupid
Vidite, morate malo
to
biti
see someone
poglupi.
mopping a
Da
floor
vidiš nekoga kako riba
and know that it could be slippery.
i da ne misliš možda, vidi, možda je to klizavo.
People sue you in America if there's not a warning there.
Vidite, ljudi bi vas mogli tužiti da tog
Now
znaka
imagine
nema.
this here. You all got McDonald's. I've seen it.
Imate i ovdje McDonald's, vidio sam.
Did you ever notice that the cups in McDonald's, if you get a cup of coffee,
Ne znam da li ste primijetili na onim
it
čašama
says a
McDonald's
warning, hot.
piše upozorenje, vruće.
You know, listen, that come from American, okay?
To dolazi od Amerikanca.
Some American stops and gets a cup of coffee.
I to se stvarno dogodilo.
Give me a hot coffee and a bagel.
Jedna Amerikanka naručila je
You
kavu.
just ask for a hot coffee.
Naručila vruću kavu.
They put it between their legs
I stavila je
and they
tu
start
između noga
driving down the
i
road.
počela voziti.
They gotta stop.
I morali su stati.
They squeeze the legs together.
I naravno
And
stisnula
they
je noge,
burnt
pritisla
themselves.
kočnicu i opržila
You
se.
know what got burnt?
I opržila se.
And then they sue McDonald's.
I naravno onda je
And they
tužila
got
McDonald's.
millions of
I
dollars.
dobila milijone
Can you
dolara.
imagine that?
Možete li zamisliti
How
to?
can you not know that hot coffee is not hot?
Kako ne možeš znati da je vruća kava
So
vruća?
now every McDonald's in America
Tako da sad svaki McDonald's u
has to
Americi
say on the cup,
mora pisat na
Hot.
čaši vruće.
you know, did you ever get a speeding ticket?
Da li ste ikad dobili kaznu za brzinu?
Did you ever get a speeding ticket?
Da li ste dobili kaznu?
How did you get a speeding ticket?
Kako ste je dobili?
There's signs that says the speed limit.
Tamo piše znak 100, 120.
You know, in America it's a law.
U Americi je zakon.
You got to have a sign every so many kilometers
Svako toliko
stating the
kilometara
speed limit.
mora biti znak.
Did
za
you ever
brzinu.
notice how stupid we are when we get a speeding ticket?
Da li znate kako smo malo glupi kad dobijemo te kazne?
Cop walks over and he's pulling his gun up
Dođe policajac i tamo ima pištolj.
and he says, you know how fast you were going?
I onda vas pita, da li znate kako
And
ste brzo vozili?
we always say, no.
Ne, mi kažemo ne znam.
No, I wasn't going very fast, was I?
Ne, baš previše.
You just lied,
Upravo
okay?
ste slagali.
You know you were speeding.
Znaš da si vozio brzo.
We got to have a warning for everything.
Moramo ima upozorenje za sve.
You know, in Africa, I own a security company.
U Americi, u Africi imam zaštitarsku firmu.
I'm one of the only foreigners in all of history
Ja sam jedini stranac u povijesti
to own a security company in East Africa.
koji ima zaštitarsku firmu u istočnoj Africi.
And we had a problem with some of my men coming in.
Imali smo problem sa jednim zaposlenikom.
My company is 35% women run.
I u mojoj firmi 35% ima žena na
All
vodećim
operation
pozicijama.
managers, all supervisors,
Menadžeri,
all women.
supervizori, sve žene.
But the men always give me trouble.
Ali muškarci mi zadavaju brigu.
They want to come to work drinking.
Oni žele doći pijani na posao.
So my operation manager said, Sam, you know, we got a few guys, they're coming to work drinking. You need to come down and talk.
I tamo šef mi je došao i rekao, vidi, imamo jedan problem sa jednim koji dolazi alkoholiziran.
So I went down and I told them all, I said, listen, I'm not putting up with no more drinking.
I onda sam došao i rekao svima, vidite, nema više alkohola.
If you want to drink, you drink on your off time. Do not come to this job when you're drunk.
I onda sam rekao, ako želite pit to u slobodno vrijeme, na ovaj posao ne smijete dolaziti pijan.
So I gave them a warning.
Pripiti. Dao sam im upozorenje.
So I went home that night, and then a couple days later they said they're not listening.
I ja sam otišao kući, nakon nekoliko dana dolazi mi opet ona i kaže, vidi, oni ne slušaju.
The guys are
Opet
still
isto.
drinking.
Momci još uvijek piju.
So I went down, I gave them a warning again.
I ja opet odem i kažem
I said, I'm telling you
upozorenje.
guys, I'm not going to put up with it no more.
I kažem, ja vam opet kažem,
We are
neću
here
se
to
to
serve and
podnositi.
protect.
Ovdje smo da služimo i da zaštitimo.
And you guys are carrying firearms.
I vi nosite
I
oružje.
will not have you drinking
Neću vam dozvoliti
in
da
my
pijete.
uniform
U mojoj uniformi
with a firearm.
sa oružjem.
So I figured, all right, I cleaned it up.
I ja sam mislio, dobro je,
A few
sredio
days
sam.
later, the ladies told me these guys are still drinking.
Poslije 2 dana opet mi dođe ta žena i kaže,
I
oni još
already
piju.
gave 3 warnings.
Dao sam 3 upozorenja.
I ain't giving any more warnings.
Ne želim više davati upozorenje.
So I go down there that day,
I tog dana otišao sam dole
and one guy is standing in line,
i jedan stoji ovako tetura.
and I walk up and I said, are you drinking?
I ja mu dođem i kažem, jel ti piješ?
He said, not now.
I kaže, ne sada.
I said, I gave you warning.
I ja mu kažem, vidi, upozorio sam.
I gave you warning after warning.
Upozorenje nakon upozorenja.
I said, there's no more warnings.
Nema više upozorenja.
Take your uniform off.
Skini uniformu.
He started to sober up.
Odjednom počeo se trijezniti.
He said, please forgive me, sir.
Molim te, oprosti mi, kaže.
Says, there is no more forgiving.
Nema više
Take my
opraštanja.
uniform off.
Skini moju uniformu.
And he said, but sir, and I slapped him.
I on kaže, ali, ja ga
I said,
čusnem.
take my uniform off now.
I rekao sam, skini moju uniformu sad.
He starts to unbutton his shirt.
I počeo je polako
I
skidati.
slapped him again.
I ja ga opet pljusnem.
Take my uniform off now.
Skini moju uniformu
And he
sada.
starts crying, please, sir, please don't do this to me.
I onda je
Please don't
počeo
do this
plakati,
to me.
nemoj mi ovo raditi.
He takes off his shirt.
Skine ovu
I said,
košulju.
take it all off. I want my uniform.
I ja sam rekao, skini sve,
I
želim
gave
svoju
you
uniformu.
warning after warning, no drinking in my uniform, no drinking with a
Dao sam ti
firearm.
upozorenje, nemoj
Now
piti
take it
sa
off.
oružjem, s mojom uniformom,
I want my
skini.
boots too.
Želim i cipele.
We supply everything.
I mi sve imamo,
Nice
provjećamo.
uniforms.
Lijepe uniforme.
So he pulls his boots off.
I skine oni te čizme
He starts to pull his pants down.
I počne skida i hlače.
He says, please, sir, please.
I on kaže, molim te,
Please
nemoj.
don't do this.
Nemoj ovo.
I said, take my uniform off.
I ja sam rekao, skini uniformu.
He says, I don't got no underwear on.
I on kaže, ja nemam, kaže, donji gača.
All the girls start to giggle.
I onda su cure počele se smijati.
I said, I don't care.
I rekao sam, nije me briga.
You had a warning.
Imao si upozorenje.
So he pulls his pants down,
I skine oni te
and
hlače.
he's standing there like this.
I on stoji ovako.
The girls aren't giggling no more, they're laughing.
I onda cure se i smiju.
So finally, one girl comes up
I onda jedna djevojka
with a
dođe
little scarf,
sa šalom malim.
and she says, may I, sir?
I da mu to.
She says, may I, sir?
I kaže, mogu li?
I said, go ahead.
Pita njega, mogu
So
li mu
this guy
dati?
puts his scarf on,
I onda taj
and
se
he's all
omota.
shamed,
I onda je posramljen.
and he's standing there and he's pleading, please, sir.
I govori, molim te, gospodine.
And I said, you see that gate?
I onda sam mu rekao, vidiš ta vrata.
We have a big gate and a big fence around our compound.
Imamo velika vrata i veliku ogradu.
I said, go.
I rekao sam mu, idi.
He walked to the gate.
I on je otišao do tih vrata.
He's pleading.
I
Sir,
on
please, sir, please don't do this, please.
molim te, nemoj me.
I said, go.
I rekao sam, idi.
You had warning after warning, and
Imao
there
si
is no
upozorenje,
more
nakon
warning.
upozorenja i više nema.
So he had to walk almost 2 miles through town.
I on je morao ići jedno 3 kilometra kroz grad.
He made it home.
I došao je do doma.
And when he walked into the house,
I kada je ušao u kuću.
his wife turned around and started laughing at him.
I onda žena kad ga je vidjela počela se smijati.
She said, your boss caught you drinking, didn't he?
I ona mu je rekla, tvoj te šef uhvatio da piješ, jel tako?
And he looked at her and he said, honey,
I on je pogledao i rekao,
I will
dušo,
never drink again.
više nikada neću piti.
He said, I had children laughing at me.
I vidio sam djecu pored puta kako
People
mi
were
se smiju.
throwing stones at me.
Ljudi su bacali kamenja prema
He says,
meni.
I walked the whole way home here,
Hodao sam cijelim putem
and I
doma.
thought you would feel bad for
I
me.
mislio sam da će ti
And
sažali
now my
nadamne.
wife is
I
laughing
sad
at
se i ti
me.
smiješ meni.
And his wife says, you had warning after warning.
I žena mu kaže, imao si upozorenje nakon upozorenja.
Few days later,
Nakon nekoliko dana,
this man comes back to our office,
taj čovjek dođe nam u ured
and he's all dressed up,
i on ima odijelo na sebi.
and they stop him at the gate.
I zaustave oni njega na vratima.
And one of the guards come in, and they said to me in the office, they said, so-and-so is outside,
I dođe mi stražar u ured i kaže, onaj ti je na vratima.
and he wants to talk to you.
I on želi pričati s tobom.
And I said, tell him to come on in.
I kažem, pozovi ga, ajde.
And as soon as he walked into the office,
I kada je ušao u ured,
he got on his knees.
on je kleknuo.
And he says, I'm not going to ask you for my job back.
I rekao, ja ne želim posao nazad.
He said, I just want to tell you thank you.
Ja samo želim reći hvala.
He said, you don't know what you did for my life.
Ti ne znaš šta si napravio za moj život.
So after he was done apologizing,
I nakon što se izvinuo i završio,
I told him, this time
i rekao sam, ovaj put
you will get another chance.
dobit ćeš šansu.
But there definitely is coming a day
Ali definitivno dolazi dan
that you won't get another chance.
kada nećeš imati šansu.
So this guy come back to work,
I on se vratio na
and
posao
he started telling all the workers.
i počeo govoriti svim
He
radnicima.
said, I'm telling you now,
Govorim vam sada,
if you're going to drink
ako ćete piti,
and you don't want to stop
ne
drinking,
želite prestati piti,
you better wear 2 pairs of pants.
bolje nosite 2 para hlača na sebi.
You know, whether you want to believe it or not,
Bez obzira da li želite vjerovati ili ne,
we all have a warning here.
mi svi imamo u ovoj knjizi upozorenja.
We all have a warning here.
Svi imamo upozorenja.
John 3:3
Ivan 3:3
says, unless we are born again, we cannot enter into the kingdom of God.
kaže, ako se odozgo ne rodimo, ne možemo ući u kraljevstvo
You know,
Božje.
I don't know what else we need.
Ja ne znam šta još trebamo.
I don't know why people are ashamed.
Ne znam zašto su ljudi posramljeni.
I don't know why people don't want to give their life to the Lord.
Ne znam zašto ljudi ne žele dati
I
svoj
think
život Isusu.
sometimes we talk too much denomination.
Možda ponekad previše pričamo o denominacijama.
There is no denomination when you serve God.
Nema denominacija kada služiš Bogu.
See, people don't like to hear that, but
I
there's
ljudi
not.
to ne žele čuti.
People say to me all the time, well, you know what? I'm young.
I ljudi često dođu i kažu, vidi, ja sam mlad.
I'm young. I'm going to give my life to the Lord.
Ja ću dati svoj život Isusu.
But I want to have fun right now.
Ali sad se želim malo zabaviti.
What the heck do you want to do?
Ali šta želiš raditi?
I have fun every day.
Ja se zabavljam svaki dan.
I fly tomorrow to UK. I'll be preaching there for 12 days.
Sutra idem u Ujedinjeno Kraljevstvo,
My
tamo
first
ćemo biti
meeting
12
is at a
dana.
Harley shop.
I moj prvi sastanak je u trgovini Harley Davidsona.
Harley Davidson shop.
U trgovini
I'm going to be
Harleya.
riding motorcycle.
Možda ću i vozim
How
motor.
much more fun can you have?
Koliko više zabave ti trebaš?
See, we can serve God and we can have fun.
Možemo služiti Bogu i može biti zabavno.
See, to be born again, what does it mean?
Šta znači biti rođen na novo?
2 Corinthians 5:17.
2. Korinčanima 5:17.
This means that anyone
To znači da bilo tko
who belongs to Christ
ko pripada Kristu
has become a new person.
postao je novo stvorenje.
The old life is gone
Staro je prošlo,
and a new life has begun.
a novo je nastalo.
I want you to just look at me for a moment.
I pogledajte me na trenutak.
I started riding with a motorcycle club
Ja sam počeo voziti u jednom
When I was 15 years
motorističkom klubu kada mi je bilo 13 godina.
I'm 56 years old now,
Sad mi je 56 godina.
and I still ride with a motorcycle club.
I još uvijek ja vozim sa klubom.
I hang out with movie stars.
Ja se znam zabaviti sa zvijezdama filmskim,
Rock stars.
sa rock zvijezdama.
See, the only thing that I did
I jedina stvar što sam napravila,
was I got a new heart now.
sada imam novo srce.
See, I'm still living the same life, having a good time.
Ja živim isti život i
But
imam dobro vrijeme,
But I'm doing it with a new heart.
ali imam novo srce.
Can bring me a chair up here. You know, people ask me
Ljudi me često pitaju
all around the world.
širom svijeta.
People ask me, well, I'm not quite sure how to serve God.
Ja ne znam kako služiti Bogu.
I went to one church.
Ja sam otišao u jednu
That
crkvu
church said I got to do this, this, and this.
i ta crkva mi je rekla moraš ovo i ovo.
Then I went to another church and they said I got to do this and this.
Onda sam otišao u drugu i oni su rekli ovo i ovo.
I went to one church one time.
U jednu drugu crkvu
I
treći
thought
sam
all I had to
otišao
do was obey the Bible.
i rekli trebaš samo čitati i poslušati Bibliju.
And they brought out the bylaws and constitution.
I onda su donijeli sve one druge pravilnike.
It was bigger than the Bible.
I to je bilo veće od Biblije.
I just want to know, what do I got to do to serve God?
Ja samo želim znati šta trebam da služim Bogu.
You just got to treat him like this chair.
Trebate odnositi se prema njemu kao prema ovoj stolici.
See, serving God is easy.
Služiti Boga je lako.
You just got to treat him like this chair.
Trebate ga odnositi se prema njemu kao prema ovoj stolici.
See, you walked in here tonight
Vidite, vi ste ušli večeras ovdje
and you just sat down.
i jednostavno ste sjeli.
You put everything in your life
Sve u vašem životu
into this chair.
ste stavili u ovu stolicu.
This chair can't give you nothing,
A ta stolica vam ne može ništa.
but you trusted a chair.
Ali ste dali povjerenje toj stolici.
You sat down, you relaxed.
Sjeli ste u nju, otpustili se.
You put everything you could into this chair.
Sve što ste mogli stavili su u
You
tu
didn't
stolicu.
walk in and examine the chair.
Niste ušli malo pregledali tu stolicu.
You didn't walk in and test the chair.
Niste ušli malo testirali je.
Some of you should have tested the chair,
Možda neki od vas ste i trebali to napraviti prije.
but you didn't test it.
Ali niste je
You
testirali.
didn't make sure it was sturdy.
Niste vidjeli je moje li
I was
stabilna.
watching a lot of you come in. You weren't checking it out.
Vidio sam neke od vas. Niste
You just walked
provjeravali
in and
stolicu.
sat down.
Ušli ste lijepo sjeli.
That's all God wants us to do to him.
I to isto ono što Bog želi da radimo s njim.
But he wants us to get in the palm of his hand.
Ali želi da uđemo u njegov dlan.
He just wants you to get in the palm of his hand
Želi da uđemo u njegov dlan.
and trust him.
I da imamo povjerenje u njega.
Put your faith in him.
Da stavimo svoje pouzdanje u njega.
Let him begin to give you a new life.
Dozvoliti njemu da počne davati nam novi
You know, I
život.
speak a lot on hope.
Ja puno pričam o nadi.
See, every one of us in here, we have hope for our life.
I mi svi ovdje imamo večeras
And we're
nadu.
concerned about the hope that we have for our life.
I mi smo toliko zabrinuti za onu nadu koju mi imamo za naše živote.
But we're not concerned about the hope that God has for us.
Ali nismo zabrinuti za onu nadu koju Bog ima za naše živote.
See, today you come out to hear a man
Danas ste možda došli čuti čovjeka
called Machine Gun Preacher.
koji se zove Naoružani propovjednik.
But see, you didn't really realize
Ali niste doista shvatili
that Machine Gun Preacher, when he was 20 years old,
da taj naoružani propovjednik, kad mu je bilo 20,
I could not read or write.
nisam znao ni pisat ni čitat.
I was totally illiterate.
Bio sam nepismen.
I wrote 2 books.
A sad sam napisao 2 knjige.
My first book sold over 800,000 copies.
I prva se prodala preko 800,000
Been
primjeraka.
translated in 6 different languages
Prevedena
already.
na 6 jezika.
I got a 3rd book coming out.
I treća izlazi.
I didn't go back to school.
I nisam išao nazad u školu naučiti čitati i pisat.
I walked into a church and said, God, here I am.
Ušao sam u crkvu i rekao Bogu, vidi, evo me.
I gave my life to Christ.
Dao sam svoj život Isusu Kristu.
He done a miracle.
I on je učinio čudo.
See, he wants to do the same miracle in your life.
I on želi učiniti čudo isto u vašem životu.
You know, I don't have a diploma
Nemam diplomu
in anything.
u ničem.
I have no
Za ništa.
education.
Nemam
I
obrazovanja.
quit school at 15 years old.
Napustio sam školu kad mi je bilo
The
15.
only reason I made it to 15 years old
Jedini razlog zašto sam doživio
is I
15,
was giving my teachers drugs.
jer zašto sam došao do 15 godina u školi jeste da sam davao svojoj učiteljici ili učiteljima
That's the only reason
drogu.
I made it.
To je jedini razlog zašto su me provukli do te godine.
But today,
Ali danas,
I'm a motivational speaker.
ja sam motivacijski govornik.
I speak in universities around the world.
Zovu me, znači, u univerzitete
I
širom
get paid
svijeta.
an unbelievable amount of money for a 45-minute lecture.
Plaćaju nevjerojatan novac da ja im pričam 45 minuta.
I work for Harley Davidson,
Radim za Harley Davidson,
Mercedes-Benz,
za Mercedes,
Fuso,
Fuso,
Mitsubishi,
Mitsubishi,
but yet I'm a man with no education.
a još uvijek sam čovjek bez
How can
obrazovanja.
that happen?
Kako se to moglo dogoditi?
Jesus Christ.
Samo Isus Krist.
Now I'm going to tell you in one last story,
I reću vam ovu zadnju priču
then we're done.
i onda smo završili.
About 25 years ago,
Prije 25 godina
I was up on a mountain in Colorado.
bio sam na jednoj planini u Koloradu.
I'm up on this mountain with my rifle hunting deer.
I tamo sam sa puškom i lovim
And I'm
jelene.
just waiting on a deer to come out.
I čekam ja tog jelena
And all of a sudden, the Spirit of God came
i
down.
odjednom duh Božji.
And I could hear God begin to speak.
I osjećam kako mi Bog govori.
And God said, I'm about to take you
I Bog govori,
out to the nations
ja ću te odvesti u nacije.
to carry the message of hope.
Da nosiš poruku nade.
Are you willing to go?
Da li si spreman ići?
And I looked up
I ja sam pogledao gore
and I said, God, God,
i rekao sam Bože,
God, we have a serious problem.
Bože, mi imamo ozbiljan problem.
So the second time,
Drugi put,
God said, I'm about to take you
i Bog kaže, ja
out
se
to the
spremam
nations
odvesti te u nacije.
to carry the message of hope.
Da nosiš poruku nade.
Are you willing to go?
Da li si spreman ići?
I looked up.
Ja sam pogledao opet gore
I said, God,
i rekao sam,
we have a serious problem.
imamo ozbiljan problem.
See, God wants to hear from every one of us.
Bog želi čuti od svakoga od nas.
Yes or no?
Da ili ne?
Do you want to trust him?
Da li želiš mu vjerovati?
Do you want to believe in him?
Da li želiš vjerovati u njega?
Yes or no?
Da ili ne?
Do you want to serve him?
Da li mu želiš služiti?
Do you just want to give him a chance in your life?
Da li mu želiš da šansu u svom
Yes
životu?
or no?
Da ili ne?
I figured it out, okay?
Ja sam skontao
So
to.
the third time he said,
I treći put kad je rekao,
I'm about to take you
spremam se
to the
odvesti te
nations
u
to
nacije.
carry the message of hope.
Da nosiš poruku nade.
Do you want to go?
Jesi li spreman ići?
I said, yes.
Rekao sam da.
I walked out of the mountain that day,
Sišao sam s planine tog
probably
dana,
about 4 kilometers,
otprilike 4 kilometra,
down to a little camper trailer where my wife was.
tamo u kamp prikolicu gdje je bila moja žena.
As soon as I walked in the door,
I čim sam ušao kroz
my
vrata
wife
te
turned around
prikolice
and she looked at me.
i moja se žena okrenula i pogledala me
She said, "Oh my God, Sam,
i rekla, o Bože Sam,
what happened to you?"
šta ti se dogodilo?
And I started telling her everything that happened.
I onda sam joj rekao sve što
Said,
se
"I just met
dogodilo.
God on the mountain.
I rekao sam, pa sreo
God
sam
said He's
Boga.
taken me out to the nations."
Rekao je da
to
me
carry
vodi
the
u
message of
nacije,
hope.
da nosim poruku nade.
She fell to her knees
Ona je pala na koljena,
and started crying
počela plakat.
because it was the first time
Jer je to bio prvi put
in 10 years of marriage
u 10 godina braka
she ever heard me speak and I
da
didn't
me
stutter.
čula da govorim bez mucanja.
Don't tell me God's not real.
Nemojte mi reći da Bog nije živ.
Don't tell me He can't do a miracle in your life.
Nemojte mi reći da Bog ne može
He
učiniti
can
čudo u
use a
vašem
drug
životu.
addict,
Može upotrijebiti narkomana,
a drug dealer, a man
preprodavača
that
droge,
could not read or write.
čovjeka koji nije mogao ni
If
čitati
He could
ni
use a
pisati,
man with no education,
čovjeka bez
and
obrazovanja
on
ko
top
može
of all
upotrijebiti.
of that,
I na sve to još,
use a man that couldn't speak.
čovjeka koji nije mogao govoriti.
Don't tell me God can't use you.
Nemojte mi reći da Bog ne može vas upotrijebiti.
You know, I want to get right to the point.
I želim prijeći na bit.
If you want your miracle tonight,
Ako želite svoje čudo večeras,
very simple.
vrlo jednostavno.
If you want your miracle,
Ako želite svoj čudo večeras,
we're done. I'm going to pray.
evo, završili smo, molit ćemo se.
If you want your miracle, just stand to your feet.
Ako želite svoj čudo, ustanite na
Stand to
svoje
your feet.
noge.
I'm going to pray and we're done.
Molit ćemo se i završili smo.
If you don't want your miracle,
Ako ne želite,
you can stay sitting down. Somebody else will take it.
možete ostati sjediti, a neko će drugi uze vaše čudo.
Matter of fact, I might come get it myself.
Možda ja priđem.
I
i
need
uzmem.
another one.
Još mi treba ako je.
Now, before I pray a prayer of blessing,
Prije nego što molim tu molitvu blagoslova,
I got to make sure your hearts are right.
želim znati da su naša srca na pravom mjestu.
So I got a very short prayer I'm going to ask you to follow with me.
Imam jednu kratku molitvu koju ću vas zamoliti da ponavljate.
Now, even if you're sitting down, you can still do the same prayer.
Ali ako i sjedite, možete isto tako moliti
It's
ovu
the same
molitvu.
prayer I done sitting down in June of 1992.
To je ista molitva koju sam ja molio onaj 6. mjesec 92. kad sam sjedio.
You can think it,
Možete možda i
you
razmišljati o
can
molitvu,
whisper it,
možete i šaptati,
or you can say it out loud.
možete glasno
I'm
govoriti.
going to ask the Christians in here to say it as loud as you can.
Želim zamoliti kršćane da je glasno govore. Koliko
Bow
god mogu.
your heads and repeat after me.
Možemo spustiti glave i ponoviti za mnom.
Our gracious Heavenly Father,
Nebeski oče,
I'm here tonight
ja stojim večeras ovdje
on my own free will,
svojom slobodnom voljom.
asking you, Lord,
Molim tebe, Bože,
that you will forgive me
da mi oprostiš
of all my sins.
sve moje grijehe.
And I ask this
I molim
in Jesus' name.
u ime Isusa.
Amen.
Amen.
You know, I'm going to pray a prayer of blessing over everybody in here.
I želim sada moliti molitvu blagoslova nad sve ovdje.
Even if you're still having a little bit hard time believing,
Čak i ako imaš još malo ono teško vrijeme vjerovati,
I'm still going to pray for everybody here tonight.
želim večeras moliti za sve ovdje.
You ain't going to get out of here and not have God touch you.
Nećete izići odavde da vas Bog ne dodirne.
Even if you run out of here now, He's going to touch you on the way out.
I ako sad počneš bježati, on te može dodirne na vratima.
No way out tonight.
Nema izlaza večeras.
But I want to tell you here this evening,
Ali želim vam reći ovo.
whatever you need from God,
Što god trebaš od Boga,
whatever it is,
što god to jeste,
I want you to begin to ask Him.
želim da krenete
Now you
moliti
can
to.
just think it in your mind.
Možete to sad
God,
sjetiti se toga.
God, I need a new job.
Možda je to, Bože, ja trebam novi posao.
God, I need to get rid of hate in my heart.
Trebam se riješiti ove mržnje u svom srcu.
God, I need to have mercy on other people.
Možda, Bože, treba mi milost za druge ljude.
God, I need a healing.
Možda, Bože, treba mi iscjeljenje.
Whatever you need,
Što god vi trebate.
I want you to begin to ask him now.
Želim da počnete moliti.
Every eye closed,
Svako oko
I'm
zatvoreno.
only going to pray in English.
Samo ćemo moliti na engleskom.
Father, in the name of your son Jesus, Father, we have heard a lot of things here tonight. And Father, without a shadow of a doubt, something moved on us here tonight. Father, I'm asking in the name of your son Jesus that every man, every woman, every child in here, that your Holy Spirit would touch them. Father, whatever the need is, if it's financial, if it's a new job, if it's a heart that's been crushed or hurt, Father, I ask that you would restore them. Father, everybody that's in your house here this evening, I ask that you would begin to strengthen them. I ask that you would begin to use them. I ask that their miracle would begin to be birthed in the name of Jesus. Father, the one here that is weak and the one here that needs a healing, I ask in the name of Jesus that you would begin to heal them. Father, I ask that you would strengthen our faith. I ask that you would strengthen our walk. I ask that in the name of Jesus, that every person in here tonight, that your Holy Spirit would cling to them so tight and so hard that it's going to go home with them. Father, tomorrow, when they get up, I ask that people would see nothing but the power of God on them. Father, make it a new day. Make it a new beginning. Father, you can do it for each and every one of us. I'm asking for miracles to be granted here tonight on your people. Father, I ask all of this in Jesus' name. Amen, amen. Hey, listen, be seated for one moment.
Ako možete sjesti na trenutak.
You know, I hope everybody here tonight
Nadam se da svi ovdje večeras
was motivated
ste bili motivirani
and mostly inspired
i inspirirani.
to get up and do something in your own city.
Da ustanete i da napravite nešto u svom vlastitom gradu.
Now, you've heard about what I do in Africa.
I čuli ste o ovom svemu što ja radim u Africi.
And I want you to just think for one moment.
I želim da zamislite samo na trenutak.
I don't want you to think about what you heard.
Ne u vezi onoga što ste čuli.
I want you to think about what I'm not doing.
I zamislite sve ono što ja ne radim još.
See, in Africa right now,
U Africi trenutno
there's little children living on their own.
ima djece koje jednostavno žive sama na ulici.
There's little children in a war zone.
Djeca u ratnoj zoni.
See, some of you in here, you can remember the war when you were in war in your country.
I neki od vas se sjećate rata kod nas.
There's little children alone tonight.
I tamo isto tako imaju ta djeca.
There's children going hungry.
I djeca koja su gladna.
And see, those children have no hope
I ta djeca nemaju nadu.
but us.
Nego nas koji pomažemo.
Just us.
Nas.
I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to beg you.
I nema tu da se prosi, moli.
I'm just going to say, I need your help.
I samo da jednostavno kaže, ja trebam pomoć.
All I'm trying to do
Ono što pokušavam napraviti
is feed some little children.
jeste da hranimo tu djecu.
Just trying to educate them.
Da ih obrazujemo.
I know I can't do it all,
I ne možemo sve.
but I can do a little more with you.
Ali mogu malo s vama.
God bless you all. I
Nek vas
love
Bog
you. Thank you.
blagoslovi.